Hello, Haripriya, can you hear me? Session now. Okay, SAP BW 7.4. So this course has been divided into different categories. The first category called modeling, then extraction, reporting. In reporting, we're going to talk about BETS reporting. So what is a modeling and what is a extraction and what is a reporting? So this class will take you around 2.5 months duration. Okay, since it is a fast track, we can complete before that. So but initially we'll go little slow. Once you guys pick up the subject, we'll increase the speed. Okay, so we're going to discuss about modeling. I'm going to explain to you around 30 plus hands-on examples. In an extraction, you're going to get around 25 plus hands-on examples. Here you're going to get around 30 plus hands-on examples. So our course is completely on example basis, and I'll be giving you good notes in case if you want you can make a notes also. When you after getting the record, when you keep going to the record session, you can create a notes, good notes for you, which helps you to crack your interviews. Okay, so first session we're going to talk about modeling. So what is a modeling we're going to talk here? We're going to talk here first modeling. What is BW, and we're going to talk about what is a data warehousing tool and what is a ETL tool, and we're going to discuss about what is a OLTP, OLAP, then we discuss what is a data, types of data. Okay, so these things we'll discuss first, then we'll start for talking about. Yeah, Haripriya, can you hear me now? Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk about data, how many types of data are there, and what is the architecture of BW, what is a BW data flow. So these are all the basics, not falls under modeling. After completing all these things, then we start what is the modeling. Okay, then modeling we're going to discuss about. Under modeling we have a sections again, how to create modeling objects. Okay, then how to use BW data warehousing workbench tool, that is a front end. Okay, and we're going to learn what is a backend databases supported by BW. Okay, then how data creates, yeah, I'm recording the session, how data creates and stores in BW backend. Then we're going to see that how to check the data in the backend database from front end tool. So a lot of things are coming up. I'm not going to write, so many things are there for modeling. So before starting modeling, let's talk about what is a BW, right? So what is a BW first? Whenever I want to talk about What is a BW? Lot of people say BI also. What is this confusion? Do we need to call it as BW or BI or BW or BI? Which name I need to call? This is the first question a lot of students is going to ask me every time. So let me give an example to you. First, BW stands for Business Information Warehouse. Okay. So now we're going to learn about how this BW has been started. Now what is the name we have to call at present? How many names has been changed in the BW journey? So if you understand this, then we'll understand what is a BW. Let me open the slide. Okay. See, this is a BW journey. BW started in 1998. It was introduced only for the few customers. It was not open for public. So it was not available for all the customers to purchase. SAP has been introduced. The first version is called BW 1.2a. They used to call first BW. BW stands for Business Information Warehouse. It was only for available for testing purpose only for few people. Later, in 1999, the next year, SAP has introduced a new version called BW 1.2b. Then they made this version available for all the customers. Anybody can purchase with the new features PSA and ODS. I'm not going to explain all these features. We're going to learn one by one later. Right now we only concentrate on BW journey. The next year in February, it has introduced a new version again called 2.0a with the new features. Within a couple of days, they introduce again 2.0b. It's a very short-lived version 2.0a. They introduced a new version 2.0b with again very good feature called logistic extraction or cockpit. Then the next year, they came up with a major version called BW 3.x with again bunch of new features. With 3 years of gap, they came up with a major change, BW 3.5. It's one of the major release with a lot of new features has been introduced here. The later next year 2005, they introduced a new version called BI 7.x. There is a huge jump between 3.5 to 7.x. Okay, and please remember we have to concentrate on one thing here. The name has been changed, BW, but here it is BI. They renamed this, they changed the name from BW to BI. And the version is 7.x. Within a 4 years of gap, in 2009, they came up with again new version called BW. If you observe here, in a 4 years, they said 2005 it's a BI, 2009 they renamed it back to BW. So what happened exactly in this 4 years? In this 4 year, in 2007, SAP has acquired a company called BE BTECH. It is a third-party company. BE BTECH stands for Business Objects. Lot of people used to call this as Bob J. It is not Bob J or Sudhakar or Sudhir. It is a BE BTECH. We need to call business objects. People completely changing all the names. Okay. So don't please call. We have to use the words properly. People call it is SAP. It is not a SAP. It is a SAP. That is a Indian language. We don't use this kind of words, in a real-time companies. We have to say SAP. SAP stands for System Application Products in Processing. It is a company. Lot of people, if I ask you what is SAP, the people say it is a ERP. It is a software. They completely forgot it is a company first. SAP first, it is a company. If anybody asks you what is an SAP, we have to say it is an organization. Then if they ask you what is this organization does, then we have to say they design and developed a bunch of applications One of the major application is called ERP. Okay, we'll come to that point later. Now we said that BOBJ. BOBJ stands for Business Objects. It's a third part company. Yeah, you guys, I'm keeping in a mute. Okay, whenever you have a question, you can ask me again. So BOBJ stands for Business Objects. It's a third party company. This particular product, this tool or this application used for reporting, advanced reporting. SAP acquired this company. They renamed this name to BI BO. Business Intelligence in Business Objects. Okay, so when I said BI here in 2007, when I say BI here, this is two different application 1 and application 2. All SAP customers started getting a confusion. What is this two different applications you're calling with the same name? We are confused. Then SAP said that don't worry about it. We're going to rename this product from BI to BW. They renamed it back to BW. This is a whole story behind the name changing. So then 2010 they introduced again major version called 7.3. They used to call it still BW, and 2012 they introduced BW 7.3 and backend was HANA. But right now the latest version is BW 7.4. This is what we're learning. Okay, it has been introduced in 2014. So now if anybody asks you what codes you are learning, we have to say BW 7.4. If anybody say is it a BW BI is it two different tools or a same tool, you have to say yes, it's the same tool. Only the naming has been changed. The present name we are calling this tool called BW. BW stands for Business Information Warehouse. This is the whole story of BW. Yeah, guys, is it clear now? What is a BW?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's talk about what is an ERP. So whenever I want to talk about BW, I have to talk about ERP. What is an ERP? Let's say that ERP is nothing but it stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. You guys know very well what is an enterprise. What is enterprise? Enterprise is nothing but a company or a business or a organization. Okay? Let's say for example I want to start a company called business called ICICI Bank. I want to start a bank. The bank name is ICICI Bank. I decided to start a business. So what I required? Simply I say I decided to start a business. Do I get a business immediately? Do I get a customers immediately? No. Then what I required for my business? Not only for your business, for any business we need a resources. What is the resources? Major resource is money for any business. Money. The second major resource is manpower. Next, materials. Next, marketing. Next, making. These are the major resources required. If I want to start a bank, first I should have a capital. I should start decided that I want to give some loans to my customers. I want to give some credit cards to my customer. So what I'm doing, I'm giving some money to my customer. So the major resource is money. Then if I want to run my business, I should have a staff. The staff should be like from your bank manager, clerk and accountant and cashier, security guard, blah blah blah. So you have to start like organizing all your manpower ready to start function your business properly. That's a manpower. So I have money and manpower. Then what I need? I need infrastructure. What is infrastructure? What do you mean by infrastructure? Infrastructure in the sense I need furniture, tables, chairs, computers, ACs, everything. Then I need an infrastructure called my ATM machines, where I have to provide a service to my banking customers, right? So these are all the infrastructure. Then what else you write? You need only infrastructure is this? No. I need application forms like a papers. This also falls under material. Then I need credit cards, debit cards. This also falls under materials. These are all the materials which I have to keep ready with me whenever I want to start a business. So we need to organize all these materials as well. Okay. Now I have a money, manpower, material. What I need to do? I need to start marketing my business. If any customer purchase a credit card, I will give you free something. If any customer take a personal loan, I will give you 7% interest rate. If anyone takes a car loan, home loan, I will give you 5% interest. This kind of marketing you have to do it. After doing a marketing, what? What are you going to do? I am going to get a customer. That is called making a sales. So these are all the resources. Wonderful. You have a name of your company. You have all the resources to run your company. Can I start my business? Yes. With the resources I can run my business. Can I run my business directly? Do I need something else? What I need more than this? You need a planning. What is a planning? The planning is nothing but how effectively I'm going to utilize these resources in my company. What do you mean by that? I mean that money first. How much money I have to spend for first quarter? That's a plan. How many manpower I required for first quarter or first half year? That's a plan. How many credit cards I have to sell in the first quarter? So these are all falls under planning. So if I want to execute my planning, I am utilizing the resources. How you are utilizing? I am utilizing the resources in effective way. Then only I can start my company. That is called planning. This is called enterprise resource planning. Okay, so sir, now let's talk about SAP ERP system. Okay, what do you mean by ERP, enterprise resource planning? Enterprise resource planning is not a single application. It is a group of applications. For example, you have your SD, sales and distribution, MM, material management, HR, human resource, FICO, financial and controlling. These are all your applications. Okay, so what is these applications? These applications we call functional modules. Okay, or there is a one more name called business applications. Sir, how you can call business application, sir? What is the meaning of the business application? Let me give an explanation to you. A business applications is nothing but these are the applications which are helping to run your business smoothly. That's the reason I'm calling these are all business applications. How it is helping my business, sir? The reason because if you want to sell something in your business, I need a software that is called sales and distribution. Then I have to process this, my sales order, everything. I need one software. So this particular software is a part of my business. It is helping to run my business. That's the reason I'm calling these applications as business application. How you can call HR is a business application, sir? HR is human resource management. All your staff is a part of your business. Your staff is helping to run your business smoothly. So to manage your employees, to process your employees' salaries, employee related information, I need one software which is called HR or HCM. So is it a part of your business? Yes. That's the reason I'm calling it as a business applications. Then what is this a financial and controlling, sir? How you can call it as a business application? If I want to sell something, I am going to get money back from the customer. If I want to buy something, I have to give money to my vendors. What I am doing, I am dealing with money. Then how many vendors I'm purchasing raw material from how many vendors? How much amount I'm spending to purchase the raw materials every month, every day. how much money we are getting from customers after selling certain products. How do I manage all these things? That is through your financial. Just give me 1 second, guys. So the financial related matters which you're going to manage, then I need one particular tool. That tool is called FICO, Financial and Controlling. So can we say right now these applications are business applications? Guys, can I call these applications are business applications? Yeah. Right? Okay. So now what the people are doing with this business applications? If anybody create a record in the sales and distribution, that particular document or data goes and stores in a one single system called ERP. If anybody creates material management, it goes and stores here. HR goes and stores here. FICO goes and stores here. What does it mean ERP? ERP collecting all the data from the all business applications or from all the functional modules. So what do you mean by ERP? ERP contains all applications data. So all the data into one single place. That is the reason I call ERP is a centralized enterprise management system. Why? Because it is a central location. So now the big questions are, why should I store all the data into one application? Let's say I will keep one database for SD, one database for MM, one database for FICO, individual databases. So SD application data goes here, MM data goes here, HR data goes here. It is easy for me to manage. Then why should I need all this? All the data should goes to one application, one database. Why you are mixing all the data? What is the difference? The difference is if I store the data separately. For example, I created sales order. For example, one customer wants to purchase iPhone, okay, through eBay. So whenever the customer pay money through the eBay, what they're going to do first? They're going to check whether they have a product available or not. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
They're going to check whether they have a product ready available or not to dispatch. So where they're going to check? They're going to check in material management. Right? So what they're doing, you are creating a record in a sales and distribution, but you're connecting to check here. What in case if you don't have a proper access here? Then what I need to do? I have to call to the material management department people. I need to find out whether the stock is available or not. Right? So what is the problem here? The problem is every single database contains its own data. So we don't have options to share and distribute the data with other people. That is a big problem. Then what is the use of this one? If I want any real-time data, I cannot provide this information to the customer. The customer right now is purchasing iPhone. Whether we don't know whether we have a stock or not, we have to check with material management people. That is a big problem. So what is the same situation I take here? Where is MM data? ERP. Where is the SD data? ERP. Now SD people, do they need to contact the MM people? Not required. The data is here only. They can easily find out inside your tool. That is the difference in between storing all the data into one single system, storing the data into different systems. So it makes your functionality or business process much better to run smoothly without any complications, right? So that's the reason we are keeping all the data into one single place. We call it is a enterprise central component. Sir, can I call ERP? Yes. Sir, can I call ECC? Yes. Is it a same application, sir? Same name, sir? Yes. One single tool, same name. Sir, I heard that people also calling it is R by 3. Can I call R by 3 also, sir? Yes. You can call ERP, you can call ECC, you can call R by 3. Okay, anything is same. All these three different names but single application, single tool, that is called ERP. Sir, why the people are calling R by 3? What is the stands for R by 3 stands for? R by 3 stands for real-time 3-tier architecture. When you're saving the data, finally we are saving the data into a database backend. Okay, so this database or ERP contains a 3 architecture. First is called database layer. Second part is called application layer. Third part is called presentation layer. So we are getting a data into application, then we are presenting this data. That's the reason we have a 3-tier architecture. We call it is a real-time 3-tier architecture. So I can call anything. Okay. Yeah, guys, is it clear now what is an ERP?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we need to understand one thing here. Sir, you said that ERP data will be stored in the database. So what does it mean, sir? This database is called backend. ERP is a front end, back end we have a database. So what is a database, sir? Database is called this data storage system is called database system where we store the data. How the data store? The data stores in the database in the form of tables. What is a table? A table contains a rows and columns where you can organize your data in a row wise and column wise. This is called table. Okay, which database ERP is using? Earlier ERP was using Oracle as a backend database or MS SQL as a backend database. But when they introduced HANA, they stopped this too. They said now it is a HANA database. HANA is nothing but it's a RDBMS system. They started using their own database system called HANA. So now what is a backend system? HANA database. Since they said it's a HANA database, they changed the ERP features. They started calling it as S4 HANA. What is S4 HANA? New generation of ERP, business suite. That's the reason they changed the name called S4 HANA. But still, there is a ERP version is still available in the market. Of course, they introduced a new tool called S4 HANA. They said it is a new generation to ERP. But still, do we have our old ERP system? Yes, still it is available. Sir, do we have still options to use Oracle or MS SQL? Yes, Oracle or MS SQL or HANA, anything you can use. But future will be backend database only HANA. They're going to cancel this too very soon. Okay, now we know what is a backend database for ERP and how this data will be storing into the ERP. ERP contains all the data from your business applications. Very good. That is called ERP. Fine. Sir, is it only SAP is created a ERP software or any other companies created ERP software? Yes, SAP is only one of the company. It is not only company who created ERP. Even Oracle created ERP, JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, BAN, Siebel CRM, Microsoft Dynamics. All these companies have created ERP, but all these companies they have only 25% of customers in the worldwide. Only SAP has 75% of customers worldwide. So I can call SAP is a leader in the ERP worldwide. They have more customers. That's the reason SAP is the biggest ERP provider in the world. Okay, very good. So why should we use ERP? To accurate your business process, to reduce the cost of making your products, to automate your business process like ATM and all the stuff. This is the purpose of ERP. Okay, sir, I know what is a ERP. You said what is a backend system. What are the data will be available in the ERP? Very good. So then they can say that we want to keep only one application. You can store all the data into one application only. Why SAP introduce many applications and storing into one single database? Is it really helping to all the companies to buy these many modules? Right now SAP has around 53 or 54 modules are available in the market. Why these many modules? Is it really helping the business to run these many modules? Right? Let's find out. Now I'm going to explain to you how your SAP modules is really going to help any business. Okay. Let's take any business. For example, let's take Samsung. Samsung, they have a mobile phones. They decided to start manufacturing the mobile phones. If you want to do any business in the worldwide, okay, there will be majorly three types of applications, three types of functionality for any business. What is the three type of functionalities? Okay, either they can buy the product, okay, or they can make a product, or they can sell a product. These are the major functionality for any kind of business. Any business if you take worldwide, either they'll be buying a products or selling a products or making a products, or they'll be doing all these three. For example, Samsung will do all these three functionality. Why they want to do all these three functionality? Let's find out. Samsung wants to manufacture a mobile phone called Samsung Galaxy. Then what they want? First they have to buy raw materials. From where they have to buy? From vendors. Is it only one vendor supplies all the raw material? No, many vendors. So since I have a many vendors, do I need to have a one application or software to manage my vendors? Yes, that is called supply chain management or service relationship management. Then I'll call SAP, boss, give me one license for supply chain management. I need one software. Very good. Then your vendor will supply the materials. All the vendors are supplying materials. Samsung is not a simple small company, it's a very big company. So every day they'll be purchasing thousands of materials. They'll be keep getting a stock. So it is a paper wise work is not possible here. They have to maintain a software. I have to maintain all my materials, how many materials I'm getting and all this stuff, right? Then they need a software that is called material management. Samsung calls SAP, says that boss, we need one more software called material management. Very good. So they got materials, they purchase the material from vendors, then they start making the product. So when they start making a product, they have to send these products, raw materials to the plant. What is a plant? Okay, plant is nothing but factory. Okay guys, just give me 1 second. Sorry guys, there are a lot of kids. Today is a weekend, so we're not able to control this. A lot of disturbance in the backend. Fine. So they're sending these products to the plant, the factory. Then I need to have a plant maintenance or PP, production planning. Then I need one software. Then I'll call SAP, said that I need one more software license called production planning. And I need to have one more license for one more software for warehouse management. I need to check quality of my product. I need quality management. So these many products I'm purchasing till making only. After making, what I need to do? I need to start selling my product. Selling to whom? Selling to customer. Then that is called sales and distribution. I need one more module. I'm selling to so many customers. Then I need to start managing my customer data. Yes, I need one more software called customer relationship management. When the customer pays the money, I have to start managing the finance related matters. Yes, I need one more application called FICO. Guys, is it clear why SAP has introduced these many modules into the market? Is it really helping to the business?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the reason why SAP has been introduced these many modules. Clear? Okay, so sir, where is a BW fits here? That's a good question, right? So BW fits here on top of all these things. BW fits here. What does it mean? You want to find out how many stock you have? I need to depend on BW. You want to find out how many supply chain management vendors, how many materials they send monthly wise? You want a report? BW. You need to find out the customer wise report? How many sales you made? I need a report. So everything, whatever you want analysis, I have to depend on BW. This is the way the BW fits. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. That is called your SAP. That is called your BW system. BW stands for Business Information Warehouse. So very good, sir. You keep talking about data, data, data. First, find out what is the data, sir. I didn't understand what is the data. In layman language, a data is nothing but information. Lot of people say information. What information? What type of information? We need to talk about. For example, let's go to a shop. I'll go to Big Bazaar. I'll purchase a milk packet. I'll pay 30 rupees. You go to billing section. The billing guy will take a milk packet. He will scan something in his computer. He types something. He will give you one bill. What is the bill contains? Bill contains what product you purchased, how much amount you paid. So what does it mean? You went to shop, you buy a product. That is a fact. What product you purchased? Milk. That's a fact. How much you paid? 30 rupees. That is a figure. So facts and figures are called data. Are you giving some data to the business, that shop guy? Yes. You are created some data for that business. That is called data. Data contains always facts and figures only. Okay. Sir, how the data will be saved and how they will process this data, sir? The processing the data is called information. Data is not information. The processing of the data is called information. Okay. So if I want to process this data, what I need to do, sir? You have to use information technology. What is information technology, sir? That is your computer softwares. That is what you're going to use. The technology which you use to process the data is called information technology. That's the reason we call IT. If you ask anybody, I'm working in IT. What you're doing in IT? You're processing the data. Very good. That is called data. Clear? And I need to talk about here. The data they have divided into two parts. Master data, transaction data. What is a master data? A master data is nothing but which cannot be changeable. Which cannot change. Which gives only information. Only information it will provide. The data which cannot be changeable, which provides the information and which cannot be used for calculation purpose. Cannot do any calculation. That is called data. That is called master data. Sir, I didn't understand. Can you give me some example? Yes. What do you mean by cannot change? Example is customer name. I'll go to Big Bazaar. I'll say that I'll purchase a product. When I reach to the billing section, they will ask you, sir, what is your name, sir? What is your phone number? I'll say my name is Kiran. Okay, tomorrow I'll go to Big Bazaar. I'll purchase again milk packet. They're going to ask you, sir, what is your name, sir? My name is Kiran. You go for 1 year continuously. What is the name you're giving? Kiran only. Are you going to change your name? No. Customer cannot change his name. So the data which cannot be changeable, that is master data. Customer name, address, phone numbers, age. See, there are people say, sir, we'll changing the numbers, right? Generally, people buy a mobile phone and SIM card, they have a number. Most of the people, they don't change. If you change, there is some problem from your end. That is your personal things. But normally people don't change their contact information. Okay, that's the reason we call cannot be changeable. And what is the information purpose, sir? Information is nothing but which customer purchased iPhone. I'll say Kiran. What is that? I'm giving information. So master data is nothing but which we can use only for information purpose. I cannot do any calculation. So what do you mean by that? Can I do calculation with the master data? Kiran into 4 by 100? Can I do something? Or age into 7 by 800? No. Master data I use only for display purpose, display information purpose, cannot be changeable, cannot be calculated. That is called master data. Okay. What is a transaction data, sir? Transaction data is nothing but, just give me one. What is a transaction data? A transaction data is quite opposite to master data. First, which keep changes. Keep changes. And which we use for calculation purpose. So what is example, sir? What is the petrol price yesterday? 70 rupees. For example, what will be today? Something else. What will be tomorrow? Something else. What does it mean? It is keep changing. So price is keep changing. The price is called data. And quantity. Today I'll go to petrol shop, that's a petrol station. I will say I need a 4 liters. Do I do 4 liters every day? Do I buy 4 liters every day? No. I may keep changing the quantity also. What does it mean? I'm changing the quantity. There is a change in the data. Then what is the calculation purpose? 1 liter equal to 70 rupees. 4 liter equal to? Then I'm doing some calculation here. So this type of data is called transaction data. Okay. So this is a difference in between transaction data and master data. Guys, any questions here? Any questions till now?
Clear. No, it's clear.
Clear. Okay, good. Now let's talk about what is a data warehousing. So people say that BW is a data warehousing tool. Okay, what is a data warehousing tool? If you want a traditional definition, it is a subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile, time variant collection of data is called data warehousing tool. Okay, sir, you have given so many options: subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile. We didn't understand all these things. Let me explain to you. Integrated, non-volatile, time variant. Time variant it called is historical data. So guys, so historical data or time variant data. Let's talk about what is a subject. In data warehouse, we always talk about subject oriented. What do you mean by this? I want to find out who is the customers to my shop. Customer is a subject. I want to find out what are the products we are selling. Product is a subject. So what do you mean by this? In a data warehousing tool, we always talk about subject oriented. Customer, product, materials. These are all subjects. Very good. Then what is the integrated? Integrated. What do you mean by integrated? I want to find out which customer purchased iPhone. So then what I need to do? I need to connect customer data plus product data. What I'm doing? I'm integrating two different subjects. That is called integrated. Very good, sir. What is a non-volatile? Non-volatile is nothing but not changeable. What do you mean by not changeable? Let me give you a situation here. When I purchase the BW from SAP, SAP will give you BW with a blank database. There won't be any data. So we need to load the data from your data source like ERP, Oracle, SQL, those things called data source. So I'm not going in depth. First let's talk about you have a blank database in a BW. I'm loading the data from outside into BW. Let's say I have a customer number, quantity, I have a bill. This is the three columns I have. Customer number 1, 2, quantity 10, 20, bill is 1000, 2000. These records I want to load into BW. After loading into BW, I can see the same values. Customer number 1, 2, 10, 20 quantity, bill is 100, 200. Okay, so what is the total amount? 300. When I load this into BW, I made a mistake adding 10. That's a 2000 I made. So what is the amount here? 2100 is total amount. I made a mistake. So this is the data from your sales you got. What does it mean? This is called original data, original sales data. So I have in my pocket, how much amount I have in my pocket? Guys, let's open the mics. What is the amount I have in my hand? Original amount 300. When I load into BW, I made a mistake to change 10, added 10, and my reports are displaying 2100. I'll go to my management. In one hand I will give cash, in other hand I will give the report. Management will count the cash, it says 300, and look at the report, it says 2100. What is the question management is going to ask you?
Where is the balance amount?
Huh?
Where is the balance amount?
Where is the balance amount? Right? So this is what they're going to ask you. So what does it mean? It means that whatever the amount you got originally, the same amount should be displayed in your BW also. So what does it mean? Whenever I load the data should be as it is with your data source. Whatever is available in the data source, it should be same. Then what is the use of changing here? Actual amount in my hand is 300 only. What is the use of changing to 2100? Do you have this amount? No. What does it mean? There is no use of changing the data in BW. That's the reason they clearly said that it's non-volatile, not changeable, don't change. That's the reason they said it's a non-volatile. What do you mean by historical? Historical is nothing but old data. What do you mean by old data? Today I got 100 records, I loaded 100 records. I got 100 records in BW. Tomorrow I will get another 200 records, but I don't load. Day after tomorrow I got another 100 records, I don't load. Then I got again 100 records, I don't load. Okay, so how many records I have? 500 records. This is a till today. But how many records BW has?
100.
This is it today's records?
No.
It is a old records. That's the reason we call it is a historical data. So always we keep historical data. Unless until if you don't load the data, always BW contains old data, not present data. So this is a system where you keep getting a sales every day. That's the reason this system we call OLTP, Online Transaction Processing System. Every day we'll be getting a sales. Every day we'll be getting a transaction data. That's the reason we call OLTP, Online Transaction Processing System, which contains a present data, which contains a current data. But this system we call OLAP. What do you mean by this? Online Analytical Processing System, which contains old data, historical data. Here there is no transaction. You have to load. If you don't load, There is no data in BW. Simple. So BW is not getting your sales, day by day sales not loading into BW. Day by day sales will be loading into ERP. We said that my sales data should goes to ERP, not BW. Okay, so BW is not a transactional system. It is an analytical system, analytical processing system. We cannot load, we cannot create a transaction data here. We only load old data. So whenever I load, the data will be loaded. If I don't load, it will be blank always. Simple. How many records you have? Those many records will be there. That is the difference in between OLTP system and OLAP system. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
If I'm a user, for example, take the Samsung user,
Hmm.
if that user want to see their data like in live, matlab, like if they want to view their today's data of their how many sales has been done,
Hmm.
then
Today's data,
what?
if you don't load this, you cannot see in the BW. That is what I'm
It
trying to
means
say that.
SAP. It means that SAP BW won't support today's data or live data.
You mean the real-time data.
Yeah, real-time data.
Yeah, see, real-time data is, there is no concept called real-time data in a BW. You have to start loading the data whenever you get it. That is called extraction. You have to decide whether you want real-time data or not. But BW doesn't support a real-time data. The reason because the time you load the data, it takes some time. Right?
Okay.
Then there is a delay in the loading the data, then delay in the creating of report. That is not called real-time.
Okay.
Right? So you can see all the real-time data in SAP only in a OLTP system, but not in a reporting format. You can see the data, but if you want a report, I have to load into BW, then I have to start creating the reports. There is obviously there is a worst case, there is at least 1 hour delay or 30 minutes of delay. In case if your system is running very speed, let's say 10 minutes delay, that is also called delay. It is not real-time data. But you have to decide when you have to load. So I have to load the data every 1 hour, every 2 hours, every week, every month, every year. It's completely your business decision. When do you want to load?
Okay.
That's the reason people are depending on HANA. That is called real-time data analysis tool. Okay? So, but it doesn't mean that it's not a useless. BW is one of the powerful data warehousing tool which SAP contains.
Okay.
So whatever I do in a BW cannot done same thing in a HANA. Okay, we'll come to that part later. So this is all about your OLAP and OLTP. Yeah, any questions here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now we need to find out how the data will be loading into BW one by one. So first we need to find out, I said that BW will be blank whenever I get the SAP license install BW system. So since it is a blank, I need to start looking for where is the data available. BW supports non-SAP systems, SAP systems data and BW data also. One BW data can be loaded into another BW data. So what I call these things? These systems I call data source. What do you mean by data source? Data source stands for source of the data. Source of the data in the sense, who is providing data? These systems are providing a data. So what does it mean? It means that, one second guys, hello. So what does it mean data source? Source of the data. These systems are providing a data to your BW system. So before that you need to find out what is a non-SAP systems. Non-SAP systems is nothing but any database. That is a non-SAP systems. Or flat file. Flat file is nothing but your Microsoft Excel or Notepad. So these are all non-SAP data. What is SAP data source? SAP data sources are ERP or CRM, or I can say BW also. So ERP is also data source, CRM is also data source, BW also data source for another BW. So what do you mean by data source? A data source is nothing but where the data is available, where the data is created and stored. That system is called data source. Okay, sir, I have a data in my Microsoft Excel. For example, I have 1000 records. Can I call it is a data source? Yes. You have a data created? Yes. You have a data stored? Yes. That file is called data source file. Sir, I have a Oracle database, sir. Can I call data source? Yes. Do you have a data created? Yes. Do you have a data source? Yes. That is called data source system. Is it clear now what is a data source?
Yes, sir.
A data source is nothing but a system or a file which provides the data, where the data is available, that is called data source system. Okay, wonderful. Now I need to load this data into BW. So what I'm going to do first we need to create an info package, a first tool. Okay, so don't worry about what is this info package and all those stuff, we'll discuss about later. Now we'll only introduce the names. Info package is there. What is info package? It is extraction layer. What do you mean by extraction? Extracting the data from source into BW. That is called extraction layer. Okay, fine. Then what is the next step? Then after extracting, the data goes and stores in a table called PSA. Where is this table available? Under data source, which I have to create. What is this called? This is called staging layer. Very good. After staging layer, what I need to do? I have to convert this data from the sourced format into destination format. Sir, I didn't understand. Can you give me some example? Yes. Let's say I'm loading a data from Excel. What is the Excel format, guys? CSV. Right? And what is the extension of Excel? Comma separated value or XLS. Do you think that CSV format will be understand for BW? No. Any database never understand another database format. So whenever I want to load this data, BW cannot read the data in CSV format. Then what I need to do? I have to convert this CSV format into BW format. Who is doing conversion? A transformation is doing a conversion. That is called transformation. What is a transformation? Transforming the data from source format into destination format. That is called transformation. That is called transformation layer. Okay, after transformation, what you're doing? I am loading the data into data target. That is called BW. This is the place where the data comes and store final stage. That is called data target. Okay, how you're loading the data from PSA to data target? By using DTP. What is a DTP? Data transfer process. It transfers the data from PSA. PSA stands for persistent staging area. This is a place where the data is stored. It will be transfer the data to data target. Why I need to send the data to data target? If you want to create a reports in a BW, the data should be in the data target. Then only I can create reports. I'll transfer the data through transformation by using a DTP. Then that is called transformation layer. It's go over. Then we call the next layer is called what? Loading layer. We load the data into BW. Okay. Now the data is available BW physically. I can touch the data. But PSA is not physical. It is a temporary storage area. Okay. Now what I need to do? I need to send the data from data target to reporting tool called BEX. In the BEX, I have a different tool. Query designer, web application designer, analyzer, report designer, BEX analyzer. I'm not going in depth of this. We using these all tools will create the reports either web based or Excel based. That is called reporting layer. Then I will submit to my user. So this is the stages how the data will be transferring one by one. These are the layers available in BW. How many layers I have? I have around 5 layers. Extraction layer, staging layer, transformation layer, loading layer, presentation layer or reporting layer. Yeah, guys, is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be stopping the class
Yeah.
here today. Any questions? Any questions till now?
No, fine.
Is it clear?
No, it's
Yep.
good.
Okay, good. So
Yeah.
this is how we are starting with the BW. We are learning one by one, step by step. Then we'll enter into core concepts later. Fine, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow at
Thank
the
you.
same time, 7 p.m. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Good
I'll be
night.
sending you this recording sessions to you after some time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you. Bye, guys.
So,
Bye.